it is me, the one, the only, ordinary Onigiri. It's time for more mechs. I gotta flash that screen a little bit again in order to switch over. One moment. There we go. So why is it that the Marauder looks like it's wearing a gas mask? The BL. Why? Yeah, why? Huh. So it just gets a random glow up then? Okay. Necromore? Okay. Yeah. That sounds like something you would use, yeah. I don't think we need one right now, do we? One more time. There we go. Oh. Honestly, I probably should as well, if we're being fair. I feel like it's time to let go of the Corsair. It was fun, but it's storage at least, just because it was basically just a meme to try and play around and such like that. It slaps, but yeah. Corsair moves at 73. Well, yeah. Yeah. It is fun. It is fun. But, yeah. I do want to get it as a miniature. Yeah. I am willing to give up the Victor as well, but I feel like we should give it to one of the NPCs. We could drop the Load King. It's okay, but... I feel like we gave the Hatchetman to somebody, didn't we? Oh no, it was the second Hatchetman. I remember we were setting up a hatchetman with a mace. The maceman. I feel, yeah. Well, medium's kind of where I tend to specialize. It's one of the reasons why I was, it's one of the reasons why I was leaning slightly into the heavier mix, was to try to break out of my comfort zone as well. Semi-relatedly, even though it's a light mech, I wouldn't mind experimenting with a Panther if we happen on one as well. We had issues with the last one, but I think those issues could be fixed. I'd be willing to take it. It could be my Juggernaut. I guess that is true. I just like the King Crab. Oh no, definitely not, no. That's probably true. Yeah, I've got the Supernova. No, but they're in that weight bracket. I actually forgot about the Night Star. I feel like you had one other one as well, but I can't remember which one it was. That's true. And you said that you weren't satisfied with the Stalker, otherwise it would have been in there as well. Oh, it was the longbow, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I think it technically was made for the NPCs, you just like taking it out every once in a while. Actually, it's only got 2 large lasers. It's got 4 medium lasers. I think they're the ones on the face. Either way. Pretty much. It's why I have one for my standard list on tabletop. It's a good cheap Juggernaut assault. And when we're running 5K lists, you kind of want to lean into the cheap sometimes. It's kind of what you expect from a Juggernaut, strictly speaking. Well, again, it's a Juggernaut. The King Crab moves 65. Yeah. So, that's about Juggernaut size, yeah. You don't make a Juggernaut and expect it to be fast. You expect it to be chugging. I do like the Victor's paint job, I will say. A lot of Crusaders on the market, actually. Only medium on the mech market here is the Griffin 5M. Shadow 2C. It's got the Iron Man paint job. I forgot that we got the Highlander too. Time out for the 2C. It's a clan mech, of course it's going to go fast. Nonsense, nonsense. Poor Hexeum still has a roast face. AF. I mean, define hurt. Hell yeah. Oh, interesting. Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure that the Corsair in general is a Solaris mech, but I could be wrong. It's got double binary lasers. Ooh. Interesting. The Killdozer. Hell yeah. No, I think this is the last one if I remember correctly. What was that? Okay. Gross. Oh, hey, we're already in the lightweight category. Right weight category. Yes. Over ton by 5. Ha ha. Yeah, bump an NPC down. I believe so, yeah. Yeah, 25. We're now 5 tons under, which is fine. I could bump down to light if we need to. Actually, I was just looking at a mech. Hold on. Oh, it was the Dervish. That would be 5 up. It was more along the lines of the Dervish has literally been sitting there completely unused this entire time. We should at least give it a spin once, you know what I mean? I like it on paper in the sense of like the tabletop where it fills in a specific niche that I kind of need sometimes, but I haven't actually piloted one before. Yes. I'm mostly concerned about its heat. We'll see how it goes. Because that's a lot of missile. Yeah. However, I currently have its medium. I have its medium laser set on 2 different weapon groups, so that should be fine. And then the ATM's on a 3rd. So it should be fine. I don't want to have to try to keep track of that many hot button groups. Yeah. Pretty much. And then num keys if I want to try to reach up there instead of actually piloting the mech. Ready up, nerd. Oh, you're changing the paint job? That's fine. I haven't decided if I want to keep the Dervish's current paint job. I like that it's shiny, but I kind of wish it was a different actual paint job underneath the shiny. Well, it is a Shadowhawk. Just going for the stealth mode. Just going for the stealth armor. No, it's not about you. Oh, look at the tiny little flea. It's like half my size, and I'm a medium mech. The heap. Two Herbies? Got his leg. Oh, I just overheated. That's what happens when I alpha strike. Oh wow, I finished him off and shut down again, so, okay. I think we found the Dervish's critical flaw. That was just the 4 medium lasers for that last shutdown, but I was already still hot from the previous shutdown, so I mean... Oops. Cicada. Cicada's leg came out. Light mech to our northwest. I didn't see what it was. Urban mech. ATMs just fuck that urban mech. Okay. Yeah. Enemy dropship, I see it. She was saying that they're going to be sending the last of their hatchetmen at us, so... I see him. Because it's funny. find something? It is. That's kind of what I was thinking along those lines. It's basically just a little bit overgunned for its heat capacity. It would be one thing. It would be one thing if the weapons were a little bit more niched, if that makes sense. But the fact that they kind of all want to be used together means that it needs a little bit more heat capacity. Those were not my missiles. I'm trying to regulate my heat. Yeah, I'm not sure whose missiles those were, but they shouldn't have been mine. Like I said, I was kind of stepping back so I could let my heat cool down. I was aiming for the laser shots to the legs for most of that fight. I managed to get 4 mech kills out of that fight somehow. I guess they would have to have been my missiles. Nobody else was carrying any. The Flea is a laser bow. Hatchman just has the LBX-20 and a bunch of lasers, so it would have to have been my missiles, but I don't remember firing them for that kill. That's also fair. I was leaning really heavily into the lasers for the precision of their accuracy and such, so it's probable that I was basically sniping them in the core and such like that with them. Right? They die, so they fall over dead. That's what we get, what we want. Yep. Wow, that claw looks really fun. That is preferable. Yep. There's a panther here as well. And a Menshen? I mean, they're kind of butt-fucking us earlier, but that was a while ago, so I don't know how they stack up for now. I don't think it really matters, strictly speaking. It's going to be the same performance either way. Sure, but the performance isn't going to change regardless of whether they're in the arms or the torso. That's true, so we should keep those ones. Because the torso can't really aim upwards as far. DHS kit. It's possible. The Shoot quirk benefits PPCs too, specifically. PPCs and SRMs. So it isn't getting anything out of that with its current kit, but... What we'd have to do in order to benefit from that would basically be to down the ATMs to streak SRMs and then up the lasers for PPCs, basically, but... It just makes them more heat efficient. Yeah. Strictly speaking, the cooldown means that we're losing out of damage over time, but... Because the PPCs would be firing faster, basically. Where? Yeah, because that would be my concern. Do we want to do that then? That's kind of my thought as well. It's enough to upgrade like a laser. So let's leave the half ton off and upgrade 2 lasers. Not much else we could do with it. Are we talking about upgrading the smalls to ER mediums? Let's jump them up to ER mediums. I feel like that's a little bit more useful than the small pulses at this point. Let's give it a shot. It definitely answered the problem. Let's see how well it does in the field. Right. And it's painted red to make sure it go faster. Oh, it does. So it might have been the flea, yeah. I didn't even see those. Excuse me. Dervish still got 18 days, but that's fine. Up there go. It's good. Alright, we Galahad. Operation Galahad this dick in your mouth. Yeah, I ain't got shit. You get all the good stuff. Oh, okay. There's the jump ship animation with me making that fucking god-awful Galahad joke. Oh, we're helping with the formation of the Federated Commonwealth. I mean, it's pretty big news, strictly speaking. Not especially now. There are worse inner sphere houses. Liao. Kurita, strictly speaking, but, you know. He's keeping score. Well, you know, yeah. They're the ones that are regularly compared to a Smoke Jaguar, however. Do you want to take the Dervish, or should I step it up since we got a little bit of a weight cap? That is fair. That is fair. That's the ceiling of light. It's in my colors, so I would say it's mine. But I haven't done it in a while, so... I want to give him the wolf trap, that's fine. Like I said, if we want him to have the wolf trap, then that's fine. I was talking about getting a panther, so that would justify that. Because the wolf trap is a pretty good mech, so we probably want to keep it around either way. Fair. That is fair. That is fair. Absolutely. But we can't fit the Thunderbolt. We can't fit the Thunderbolt because it's too dwarven for this hangar. I would call it a dwarf. Have you seen it? It's stodgy. It's a chunky lad. Stout, yes. That was the word I was looking for too, but I called it stodgy instead. It is this mission. I remember this mission pretty well. I had thought we had already done it on this save, but apparently not. I just love the fact that my mech has a targeting reticle on its face for people to aim at. Just want to throw that out there. I'm gonna go ahead and charge ahead with the spider while you cover the flank, I guess. Yeah. Anyways. I mean, if we're talking about strategic understanding, I would trust the Federated Suns over the Deviant anyways. Or over the Commonwealth. I'll play offensive while you're guarding the ridge, I guess. How did they get a Panther? Oh no, you're going after the Warhammer. Yeah, that's fine. Who is this dork? Oh, he popped off right as I got to him. There's a rifleman over there. I don't think I got there. It's just a 3N, it's fine. He's hiding. I gotta wait for him to get out of there. It's like a ravine or something. Or he's clipped through the ground. I thought you were gonna say you stepped on one of the buildings we were trying to guard. Alright, I'm going on the offensive. This guy's annoying me. I was waiting for him to come to me, and he's not playing games, so we're just gonna go. I think the next wave of spawns is waiting on him to die anyways, so... He's stuck on a ridge. Legs out. And he's down. I'm on my way back, but it's going to be a little bit because the terrain is rough. It's probably for the best that I charged out to meet him while you were standing back, given the roughness of the terrain. I see a griffin over there. and a blackjack behind it. I'm going to position to try to outmaneuver the blackjack. Oh yeah, it's popping off now. With the heat fixed. Yeah, I see it. It's got an AC-20 burst fire. Yep. They really are. It's right inside the middle of the base. Hunchback's being cagey. His his AC-20 just popped off. And the Hunchback's dead. Oh yeah, there's a Locust in there being an ass. Okay, got the Locust. I'm not sure. Spider down. There's a trebuchet out there. No, never mind. Objectively, he was playing it right. It just didn't work out. There was that, and also the fact that everybody who could play point man for him was already dead. Hard to be a missile baby when you have nobody covering for you. Phoenix Hawk. That got him. I saw a medium mech on the other side of the base, but I didn't get a chance to look at what it was. Centurion. I think he's hiding behind that ridge. I can't get to him from here. It's a 9A. Look at those missiles arcing over. That looked kind of slick, actually. That was a good visual. It sure is. Yeah, if you want to do that while I'm playing forward, then I think that'll work out pretty decently. This'll... Okay. Yep. He's just went out. No, it's because... No, it's because that one Locust got in there and basically played hostage with the base. That too, yeah. I'd say the Dervish did a pretty good job as a aggressive forward in this one. Heat management was definitely better. I was actually able to use the ATMs a little bit more aggressively. I think, but the speed was perfectly fine. And dropping the 6 ATMs worked out pretty well for us, considering that we were able to use all of the missiles more frequently. I think so. It worked. That's what matters. I'm gonna sell it for parts. Well. Well, yeah, that and the speed, really. But the speed we could do something about. Because it doesn't have an engine. Wah, wah, wah. Actually, the speed is currently no, as it turns out. The speed is currently audience laughter. Hit the repair button and we'll take something out while it's repairing. No. They're like, fuck, we don't want to keep this Kurita bullshit. It didn't get instant kills with minimal effort. Let's throw it away. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that size light engine is not a demerit. I will resist the urge to paint it while you're working on it. Like I said, it's a light mech, so it's not as much of a problem as it would be for the heavier mechs. I forgot it has the Gun of Omens. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and hold off on the jump jets for now and decide if we want it to be more maneuverable later on when we see what else it can do. $140 wasn't doing it well. We could work with that. Is that including armor? That's fair. Let's look at weapons first, because the Panther's already known for being pretty well armored for its size. The requisite amount. Technically, there's an ore, yeah. How much do we want it to cleave to the standard Panther setup? Trying to think of what it's... Right. I'm trying to decide if we want to stick with that and have it play with the SRM as a backup like usual, or if we want to try for the ATM so we can use it at any range. If we do that, then it might have heat trouble depending on how we set up the heat sinks, but I can't see how the heat sinks are set up from this position. If it's got doubles, then let's go for the ATMs. If it's mounting double heat sinks, then we don't need to worry about juggling heat based on range, so we can go for stuff that can go all ranges, basically. Sure, we can do that. I wouldn't mind upgrading the PPC to an ER PPC as well, but that depends on weight and everything like that, and it's not necessary. That is fair. We do have a lot of heat to play, or room to play with. Let's go with the large lasers. I don't have enough experience with large lasers, so let's fix that by equipping it with large lasers for me to get experience with. Oh, actually, giving it the jump jets was the right call anyways, because it has nipple jumper. Let me think. Let's up the armor and give it another laser for now, and if we decide that it has heat trouble, we can switch out the extra laser for a heat sink. We're gonna be aggressive with it until we can see what it can actually take, and then we can dial it down based on that. Is kind of the logic I'm running with. That gave us more heat. That works. That can be a backup weapon. Don't lose that arm. That's my shooting arm. That's my shooting arm. Then the other arm is there for good feels. The other arm's there for good feels. Let me paint it since it's art, since you're done with it. We'll go with the career top paint job for now. Which one's that? Oh yeah, that guy? Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I think that was kind of normal for tank crews and such like that, wasn't it? It says Imperator on it. Is it the same? I like how they have a separate, portrait for him in his actual pilot suit with the helmet, too. That's kind of cool. Wow, that's a lot. Normally we get it in little bundles of 5K. Them paying out 10 million for damage coverage is a big deal. We've got 220 to play with. That doesn't mean we can go past that boundary. $120 tons, huh? Well, if they're paying for my damage coverage... Why not? Let me check. 64. You're just barely slightly faster than me, so that's fine. Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? Yeah, 55 sounds right. We could go with a 25 and a 30. Okay. If you want, I can downgrade as well. Okay. And it means that I get to take the Haramotochi out because he tends to be kind of a hanger queen. Okay. That's the one that you weren't really impressed by, right? Was it the other archer then? Okay. That's right. Yeah, okay. I keep getting them confused for some reason. Yeah. Yeah. This is some interesting weather. Yeah, you're just slightly faster than me. Okay. Since I'm kind of the armored brick at this point. Man, he is spinning out of control. Oh, yeah? I was kind of low-key paying attention to the storytelling and forgot to listen to what you were saying. It was something about the AI being smarter. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Wound up getting split up because I was going for one of the objectives. Well, I'm a little bit slow for running off on my own is the thing. Yeah, I kind of course corrected. I'm gonna slow down and let you guys catch up a little bit. It is true, I am quite a bit slower than you. But that's no excuse for me overextending. I suspect so. That's usually how they play out. Also kind of a good idea to be careful with their footing anyways, because this terrain is a little bit awkward. I did find a trail down the hill if you want to follow behind me. That's why we have machetes. It's not a freaking threat. If I'm gonna play the big brute, then I'm gonna play the big brute, okay? It's not like I can get out of my way or anything. Fair. Okay. That's probably a good idea. Kinda like this guy. Thugging it low-key. Found him. Wow. Yeah, he was turned away from me, so I literally just walked up and backstabbed him. I wasn't expecting it to kill him in one shot, I'm not gonna lie. Got that guy, okay. Alarm. He's over here. No, he's not. Got a Wolverine over here. Trying to remember which button. Next to or on top of? I mean, of course he's going to explode when you kill him. Honestly, that's actually kind of for the best when you think about it anyways. And also the fact that vehicles tend to be kind of chumpy in this game anyway, so at least it gives them something to do, even if it's just be an obstacle when they die, if that makes sense. Well, nah, we're gonna play around for a little bit. I got a big sword, I'm gonna use it. There's that too, yeah. And we did just completely TPK them, so I mean... Yeah. I kind of like Sortek. He's the competent one out of this group. He was competent enough that when we cornered him, he's just like, I'm going to let this play out so we can really see how things go, you know? Which is the point of these kind of military exercises, so, you know. Probably. Hey, no, we cannot take the Archer home. We could grab that XL engine, though. Not really. We could take all 3 of those Centurion parts if we wanted to. We can't afford them, but... Yeah, it's 4 parts. Yeah, each individual part is more than we can afford. That's bullshit. It only gave me credit for 1 mech kill. Even though I soloed at least 2 mechs. But it's a prototype. It's vintage. It's an antique. You don't take a car like that and then drive it, okay? I mean, I'd say it was worth our time just to see the Victor get soloed by the sword. That was fun. I don't know what he was doing. He didn't even turn to face me while I was shooting him in the back, and so I was just like, okay, well, if you're gonna keep your back facing me, then by all means. You're not gonna give me that kind of invitation and then not have me take it, you know? Oh, they really are just gonna give us a hero mech. Okay. The Dragon Slayer? Okay. Probably aptly named. They hate the Draconis Combine, so it's probably killed a lot of dragons. It's probably earned that moniker. It's got a Gauss rifle. Oh, are we? We could always have one of the NPCs trade back and forth between the victors, unless you're planning on keeping it. Yeah, me neither. I think I remember saying that I wasn't super fond of its appearance to begin with, but I could be wrong. That could be me retroactively saying it. Hell yeah. Naturally. I would say, strictly speaking, I would say that we did a pretty good showing with that. So. Space. I just love the fact that safe port is not, in fact, a hub. Like, come on, guys. You had such an easy one. It's such a fucking... I think we might, yeah. I think we might have one in hangar. Or not in hangar, in storage. Interesting. It's not even a hero mech Centurion. It's like wanting a very specific model of car. Who does that? Wow. I mean, find the lie. Probably a good idea. Would be a helpful thing to do. I assume you're playing with the Victor right now. Oh, we got TSM? No, I thought that's what you were doing. Who's getting the TSM? Oh man, I was thinking the fucking Hatchetman, but the Hatomochi would be so much funnier. We might want to do something about his missiles, but we can talk about that later. The TSM is more important. Yeah, I think the ATMs would do better for him. They won't jam, and they don't need me to try to constantly remember which button to push to switch between ammo types and stuff like that. And they might let us save weight on ammo as well, now that I think about it, because we won't have to carry two different types. get some ATM ammo. That's fine. I don't know. I don't buy Tesla. Nah, not from them. There, yes. That, yes. Is it a good mech? I can't remember which one the Warhawk is. I mean, strictly speaking, if it was piloted by the coordinator, then that's some pretty good history on a mech, you know? Like, that's some pretty good prestige for a machine. Not sure if that's enough for us to buy it or keep it, but, you know. That's kind of what I figured what you're looking at it for, yeah, was to just tear the ATMs out of it. Is that the Masakari? I'm trying to remember which one the more... Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, if I remember correctly, the Masakari was not a bad mech. Right, of course. It's also, it's an early clan mech, so it's probably got certain issues as well that I can think of. Those are kind of rare. Can we fit that in the hangar bay? Well, yeah, but it's also a stone rhino. Not that I'm complaining or anything like that, but I just want to point out that I did not expect this to be the bottleneck we would face when upgrading the Hatomotoshi to TSM. Right. Yeah, that's the thing, is it's not even the weapon. We're just trying to find somewhere in the galaxy that sells ammo for it. No, we're out of that. How can you be out of that? I think that's going a little bit too far in that direction, alright? Although, if they haven't worked into the proper sprite, I would love to see what a Hatomotoshi with arrow 4s in its chest would look like. Just two gigantic nipple missiles. Yes. We can make it fit. Just give it rock hard old man nipples, alright? And talk about the Kodiak we have. Okay. I was gonna say, don't cannibalize our Kodiak for that, alright? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. They may not have given it the cool looking claws, but that's no excuse. They are functional. They're just not the cool looking ones like on the miniature, where it's actually worked into the manipulators with the lasers on the knuckles. That shit's awesome. You gotta be kidding me. Why is this happening? How is this happening? It's gotta be something we can do. We've got a Highlander with ATM 12s in the hangar. The only reason why I'm even putting it forward as an option is just the fact that we aren't using it right now. But even then, I don't want to. Is the catapult using ATMs? Hold on. No, it's using LRM-15s. God damn it. Okay. We might consider keeping the Masakari just because it is kind of a nice mech, but we can still take the ATMs out of it. It does have a really cool paint job. It's got fans on its shoulder, which is kind of cool too. No, it does in fact have fans on its shoulders. Are these the wrong ATMs? If these are the wrong ATMs, then we are not selling the Masakari. We have to own our mistake and keep the house. God fucking damn it. Why does this keep happening? Yes, let's store the house for now. We'll keep it as a trophy. It won't even let me look at the mech market. Or the equipment market, I mean. Jesus, that's like 20 years out. That's 23 years away. We might need to just put a different weapon in the Hatamotochi. That's kind of what we're coming to. Sure, sure. Okay, I found one solution, but you're not going to like it. Because I'm not going to like it either. The Atlas 2 has ATM 12s and an ATM 6. They might not be now. It depends on which one we're looking for. So if we wanted to cheap Warburton out of some of his ammo, we could do that. Phoenix Hawk has ATM 3s. And the Dervish has ATM 9s and ATM 6s. see if we can find some of them on the market. I do have one other possible proposal, if we need to. If we're looking specifically for clan ATM6s, we can pull them out of the Bushwhacker. It has 2 of them. Okay. This Kit Fox doesn't have ATMs. It's got clan SRM4s. It just keeps going. KFXP. Okay. I think that one just got sent directly to cold storage. Because our hangar bay was full. It's fine, it's fine. It's not going to have a whole lot, it's a light mech. Okay, we could work with that. We could work with that. I mean, is it really stealing if we own the mech and everything on it? You know, like we paid for it. Right. The P, yeah. It's got the Streak SRM4s. I remember them having other issues when I was reading about them as well, but I can't remember what they were. Like I said, I remember reading that it had an issue, I just can't remember what it was, and even if it does, it's not like we can't fix it, given the fact that we can fix anything in this game. Because it's an Omni, yeah. Yeah, I remember it specifically being an issue with the core mech as well, because it's the Omni mech syndrome, basically. Early Omni mech syndrome, where they have an issue that's inherent with the mech that can't be fixed because it's an Omni mech. Just pack them full of heat sinks. Just pack it full of spare parts to pad out the price tag. Oh, right, it's garbage. You gonna keep the P then and make it into a custom mech? Ah, okay. Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. It's got to be special. It's because it too was achieving peak despair looking for those ATM ammo. Does the Hatamoto already have it? Okay. It will be easier to do that with the ATMs, I think, but yeah. That means we get to put the TSM in somebody else. And we have 2 hatchetmen. Why? 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 It's like, Jesus Christ, this thing's terrifying. We need to give it some kind of handicap. Did you see it ruin that Victor from behind? We need to do something about this. I believe we were using that for heat buildup, but yeah, we can switch it out for something. Probably a laser, I would assume. Not if we're trying to build heat, yeah. I mean, either way, it'll shave off a bit of weight, I think. Does it have a weapon slot? Got distracted by an idea I had, and I'll have to propose it to you once you're done. We need somewhere to put that TSM. And we have a Highlander. But we could have it live up to its namesake and then drop on people with a greatsword. Why not? So let's get one. Does. I just checked. It has 2 melee weapon slots for assault. Unless there's something special, like we need a very specific weapon slot. But it has 2 assault weapon slots. Is a hand. Okay, I see. Okay, I see. Well, then we need to fix that. We need to get you a Highlander with a great sword. Well, I mean, we can fix that too. Either way, we need to take care of the Hatamotochi before we can shop around for that kind of thing. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's already on the list. Yeah, okay. Strictly speaking, the alternative to that would be to equip it to one of the Hatchemen, but I already have something with TSM, and I don't know if we want to give TSM to one of the NPCs. So I'd rather it go to you somehow, and the Highlander is kind of one of the better options. Well, if we got that specific Highlander, then we could. The crab with TSM, the king crab. Actually, the Kodiak wouldn't be terrible, now that I think about it. Use the knuckle lasers to build up heat and then brutalize people with the claws. That'd be pretty hype. Yeah, and I'm saying that'd be great with it. That can be arranged. Why does this keep coming up? Okay. So, make 5 slides. Do something to make it so that that bear can maul people. Come on now. Make it so it can maul people better. The Kodiak has gigantic arms and claws for a reason. It says it right there. It deals 30% more damage, and we can make that better. We can make it better than the Hatamotochi. And I feel like we're obligated to. Does the Hatamotochi actually get... It does get melee specialization, so it is better with melee weapons, but the Kodiak would be even better with melee weapons. I guess that's fair. I feel like I'd rather drop the missiles for that, but yeah, either way. I figured you'd rather have... Well, I guess you prefer the rack to the UAC. That is fair. Yeah, even so. You like the DACA, you don't like the big booms, usually. Yeah, they're both right below the Victor. Fair. I don't think either of them do. Like, well, the thing is, you have to understand, regardless of where we put the TSM, we're going to have to make room for it to put it on anything. So that's not really a concern. Fair. Right. So again, no matter where we put it, we're going to have to make room for it. Which one are we looking at for it? Strictly speaking, if we want it to be running TSM, then we probably should be dropping heat sinks, period. Yeah. Are they smarter with the TSM? Okay. Okay. That changes the math quite a bit, I will say. I do have to say, as a minor thing, I do really wish we could equip my Hatchman with a katana instead of a mace. I will say that, but I understand. Well, the mace still gives it that sort of Oni vibe with it, clubbing people with its uh, Tetsubo, so, you know, it's fine. We just had this conversation. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because we wanted to get up and go. We wanted it to get up and go. We did make some sacrifices for it, yeah. Okay. Are we putting the TSM in the 3F then, instead of the MA? Okay. Oh, did we have two TSMs? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then by all means, we should be putting it in pretty much every melee mech we have if we can. Okay. I think Armor Pharaoh is better than Endo, isn't it? Okay, that's fair. Okay. I mean, Hatchman 3F isn't really there for a long time anyways. It's there to run up and just start driving people on the head. It's there to be the goblin it looks like. I mean, have you looked at that power stance? That's not somebody there who's... That is not the face of mercy, you know. That's a mech that is designed to inflict suffering, and if it has to inflict it on itself, then so fucking be it. Hell yeah. I don't know. I did see that you put it on the list, and I assumed there was a plan, but I didn't see what the plan was. It doesn't say it's underweight, so you didn't just accidentally remove something or anything. Still has all of its weapons, as far as I can tell. I refuse to take blame for that. Oh, you put in a targeting computer? Okay. Well, obviously, I'm not going to complain. You know, it's your mech. You can do what you want with it. It's your walk-in bunker. You're going to have to answer that one, buddy. I think we have enough time for, like, one more mission. Fair. new mechs to play with. There's another hot emoji on the market. Yeah, because we seem to be running into issues. Yes, I am going to be running my endurance stream for RimWorld. We are doing the Naked Brutality playthrough. If you want to watch me make some poor pawn suffer, then I will be there for it. We'll figure things out later. Thank you for fun. Oh, now the mute button works. Okay. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please like and subscribe to let me know. As stated, on Saturday, we're going to be doing our endurance stream of Naked Brutality. So that's going to be a great time. And then we will be coming back on Sunday for 7 Days to Die. And then next week we'll be able to, oh, I just got kicked. And then next week we'll be able to play around with our TSM, among other things. So, I hope to see you then. And until then, Oni Asami. I had going without game audio for that entire stream.